Hey Dad, it's me. Happy Father's Day. I'll keep this short because as you can tell, we've already had a long morning. So here you go, quick tour of the house. In the cabana bathroom, which you may notice is extremely clean. So since this apparently ended up being the de facto go-to for contractors and subcontractors, they came in and did a nice job of cleaning everything up for us yesterday. So took all the paper off the floor that had been here, so it still needs to be, I think, cleaned a little bit more, but all in all, things are coming along. They're actually working on exterior paint, but okay, so we've got utility room is getting moved into, got paper up, things need to be cleaned up, of course, but the puppy dogs are following me around and saying hi. We've got lots of stuff that's been moved into the house that needs to be unpacked and gone through. So, or sold or donated or what have you. But it's a process. So just making, you know, the old adage, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So that's what we've been doing. So let's see what else we've got. Hello, Hanker. Hello, Duker. Being sweet. So as you can see, we've got some of the floor coverings up. Let's let these babies outside. So we don't have the dog door in yet, but they don't seem to mind. Not yet, at least. So, okay. So living room. So furniture is quote unquote in, but clearly not in. So we've still got some of the covering on the floor. And we are making, and actually Heather is making great progress on unpacking the kitchen, which is exciting. This, of course, will be the family room at some point with a TV on the wall. That said, we've got still a fair amount of things to unpack, which is okay. We are, as I mentioned, taking it one bite at a time. Our new hood is in, delivered a little ahead of schedule. So we just took the old hood down, which had been up there, and that's where the new hood's gonna go up. But first they're gonna install the backsplash for that wall. So we're still waiting on the countertop for the island. That has not stopped us and Heather from moving in. Again, it's gonna be a waterfall, so it's gonna be a nice big up and over arrangement. And then we've got these neat little contraptions, which will be hidden, and they'll have a piece of stone on top of them, but as you can see, it's an outlet. So we've got two of those that are gonna go in right there. But this is neat once it actually gets finally installed. So we've got our refrigerator and freezer in. Then our cabinets, just waiting on the cabinet fronts to be installed. Until we get pulls, they're actually touch open, just like that. Neat, huh? How fun is that? So, very pretty, very nice touch open thermidors. So, my tequila and dog food. Lots and lots of dog food. So we've got our dishwashers are in and our plumbing is in and working. So this is our big 48-inch galley sink with our double galley faucets. So, and we have plumbing, yay, which is super exciting. So kind of, you know, stuff everywhere, as it were. It's not completely moved in. Obviously the backsplash and this whole surround for this window, you can see the windows covered for painting on the outside. The wiring's still waiting for the backsplash such that we can have under counter lighting and under counter outlets, which will be fun. But the Cristallo is quite pretty. So let's take a step back. We're having some issues, a little bit of issues with cracking in here, but it is pretty. I can't deny that. So the backsplashes will be Cristallo, the same product. You can see what that looks like. It's very pretty, very goes well tonally with the cabinets, which are quite nice. And our stove and cooktop still not installed. I mean, it's in place, but not installed. So we don't have an oven yet or a cooktop yet. So we're waiting on the gas plumber to come in and do the conversion for the top. And then I think it just needs to be plugged in all honesty. So, and then the last appliance that we're waiting for is the drawer. It's actually, I guess, drawers. So it's a refrigerator and a freezer drawer, which will also be cabinet faced. So it'll all blend in with this. We've got hardware on order. We've got temporary hardware on order since ordering hardware is like 22 weeks behind. So we, again, waiting on backsplashes, but we do have countertops in. Well, we're waiting on the fixture for this, which will match the one that's upstairs, which I'll show you in a bit. So that's pending. But the sink is at least in, and again, just waiting on those last little bits. So as we come in, we can see more progress. So we're waiting on trim. Trim was supposed to be delivered day before yesterday on Friday. So we'll have to follow up, see if that's actually gonna get started on tomorrow. So we've got temporary stuff in here, but the sink's installed, the plumbing's installed, it works, it's exciting. And then this is the beautiful white onyx that Heather had picked out, and it's just amazing. So she's got a, I think she said pink and lavender colored cuckoo clock that she ordered from a company in Germany, which will go into the powder room here, which is exciting. This is the shelf that's actually gonna end up down here. And then these cabinet faces here will be covered in the same onyx material, this, which is pretty. I don't know if you can quite tell. I guess you can tell with the lavender how kind of pink the stone is. It's very, very pretty. So, and yes, we even have plumbing, which is super exciting. Over here, we have, again, waiting on trim, but the pocket door is in and just waiting for some hardware. This is actually, we actually reused the old pantry door, which was a swing door, which is what this is. And then they modified it to be a pocket door. So pretty excited about that. Looking forward to having that. The pantry itself is in process. We are gonna have to have shelves installed. Since we lost our mill worker on this job, the shelves didn't get put in. So we've got to come up with a solution for that. Again, another backsplash and some more of the Cristallo tops in here. So again, Heather doing a great job of moving the kitchen and pantry in, which is super exciting. So moving on, we still have a dining room full of art. So art, and more art everywhere. Chairs, few chairs, and a lot of art. Oh, and then our newest art acquisition. Thanks, Dad. This is super cool. We're super excited to get to put this up. So we want to make sure we're going to put it up someplace so that we can see it and appreciate it. So funny enough, not a lot of squirrels here. There are some, but not a lot. If anything, we might have to keep the lizards off of it. So this should be fun. But thank you for this. We're very much looking forward to installing it and having it. So pretty cool. We've got, again, just more stuff, more art. And we're still, of course, until this room gets wrapped up and put away, waiting for our table to go in, our dining room table, new dining room table, which is gonna be pretty epic. But we've got temporarily using the study with a desk. So we're actually gonna move the computer upstairs to the studio. But in the interim, it's a nice space. It's been enjoyable having it. And again, we keep making progress. That said, we also keep having, legacy stuff hanging around from construction. And as you can tell, the windows are, again, still covered for the painting that's been going on outside. But hopefully that's gonna wrap up next week, as well as the trim. So we've got the doggies up here, either permanently or temporarily. So we got our front door fixed, which is exciting. So now we can actually use it and go in and out. But as you can tell, just lots of transitional stuff. So we had toilets installed, so old toilets have to go out. Let's take a look at the guest room real quickly. This is actually much better. I attacked this yesterday while Heather was doing the kitchen. So this is a lot of, as you can see, towels and bed linens and a few knickknacks and some craft stuff that Heather had, and kind of around and about, as well as all of our Christmas decorations that were in that front closet. But it's coming together. Most of this stuff won't actually get unpacked per se. It'll just get put into probably this closet over here for storage. But this is at least starting to feel a little more open, which is nice. You can see garbage outside. That's always super exciting, the joy of construction. What you can also see is right here is that what looks like the beginning of a path. So, and these crates are full of that stone, and it's going to be a stone path through all of this stuff that goes to this north yard here. So there's Heather's car that's covered, and this is our loaner because the Subaru is in the shop. So we've been using that the past couple of days, which has been nice. So obviously lots of room for art. It's a nice picture of a blank wall. So to show you that there is lots of room to put stuff up, which is good. So looking forward to that. Into the formal. So we think we're probably going to sell some of this larger furniture that we used to have in the master bedroom, since our master bedroom is, funny enough, not as big as the old one. That said, it's nice to have some of our living room here, as well as more art and stuff, pictures and whatnot that need to be uncrated and unboxed, etc. And then homes found for all of those. But again, we're plugging away, so feeling pretty good about it. Yes, those are in fact end tables in the fireplace. Let's go upstairs. Let's take this with us. So we go upstairs. These are our old runners that we had at the old house. So, you uncrate them or unbox them and off you go. So let's go in here. So we had a bit of a leak, interestingly enough. I don't know if you can see it, probably right there. So what was happening is that the air conditioning, which we are replacing anyway, so we're replacing all the air conditioning in the house. And we just had one that just kicked the bucket a little earlier than we were hoping. So it's fine in here. It's like in the mid 70s, which is fine. It's just not what it's supposed to be, of course. But lots of moving in, lots of stuff still to be unpacked. We're actually going to have guests, real guests, for the first time in 2 weeks. So we still got a little bit of work to do to make sure that when they get here, it's comfortable for them. But again, some trim work that needs to be done. We basically found a leak, or found this issue with the air conditioner, because since that is open to the attic, it was bringing in all this hot, all this hot, wet air, and everything in here was condensation. So after we got a fan in here and basically had of all people, the electricians pull all this stuff down, installed 2 new hi-hats in here, which is nice. Pulled all that down. We treated it for mold, just in case. And then we just have to have the paint and trim guys, when they're doing the trim, come in and kind of just finish this out for us real quickly. And then we're going to do a similar thing in the boys' bathroom, since it also had this kind of weird fur down that's outlined here. But again, making progress. We have I'm kind of proud of it. 6 new toilets in the house, so it's nice to have that in place. I think really probably what we're going to do in here and in the boys' bathroom next door is probably just, I don't know, replace these doors and the tile. I don't know. Maybe the tubs, maybe the cabinet fronts. I don't know, because the floor, this nice, beautiful marble tile floor, funny enough, 30 years later, is actually back in fashion. So we're going to keep it. The countertop is lovely and works, so maybe just update some of the finishes. That said, it's nice to have bathrooms that work. Nice to have plumbing. Funny thing. Plumbing and electricity. So let's go into, I showed you a little bit about the studio. So Heather is kind of starting to take over some of the space here, which is great. Super excited about that. I think she said she's going to put the desk in this kind of small space here with the computer. And we may move that. We may completely get rid of this. Don't know. For now, it's fine. This is the stuff that I bought used at a secondhand store for the apartment while I was here. So it's completely serviceable. It's actually comfortable. And as you can see, it's got a huge stain on it, so who cares? Kind of reminded me of college, only better because I never had it so nice in college. So this is a boys' room. We've actually got one of our TVs up in here as well. The day bed that we had in the old studio, again, linens everywhere, all kinds of, trying to find places for clothes and what have you. Got to get this ready for guests, so whatnot. But again, extremely serviceable, and everything's been cleaned, which is super exciting. So, and again, it's nice to have working plumbing and electricity, etc. All good things. Okay, let's go back over. I think Heather said she's resting a little bit. Oh, I showed you the big fan. I know I did, but I keep wanting to show you. So that's working now, which is awesome. And actually haven't taken the time to go out there and enjoy that. I may do that today. So we'll see. Our coffee bar is in, which is super exciting. So, usually it lights up when you walk past it. Let's see.
It does.
There we go. Oh, it's lit up. As you can see, we've got some water and wine in there. This is our hot and cold tap. So down at the bar where I told you we're waiting on the fixture, this is what's going to be there. This gets you instantly hot, like 205-degree water. So for making tea or, I don't know, sanitizing things, I guess. But then, of course, a cold tap as well. So we've got our temporary, our little Keurig until we can find our other stuff and kind of move in. But also we've got a cabinet that's going to go into this left side over the sink and the faucet, and then mirrors that we had talked about working with Matt to put mirrors in. But we've got, there we go, you can see it there. Got new hardware put in here, which is exciting. It blends really nicely into these black cabinet fronts. Heather is mostly in, I'm gonna say, I don't know, 75% into the kitchen here, into the closet. So, but plenty of stuff, and maybe a need to kind of reconfigure a little bit about how the space is used. I think in general, it's a good spot. I think also in general, it may still actually be too small. So, but at least it is accommodative. There does seem to be some open spaces. We'll see. So we have been using the shower, which is exciting. So the tub is waiting on the drain to be installed, but the shower we've been using, the guy that did all of the work in here, all the stone work, has our drain, which has a stone insert here. So that said, this is our beautiful avocados, and you can see we're still waiting on a piece of hardware to be installed, which is the bar that holds this handheld. So our body wash sprays and our overhead, and this is our hi-fi, our Jessie Italian hi-fi shower system. So the way this works is you like hit a button and the button turns the stuff on. Pretty cool, huh? Fun. And then that's that. So pretty exciting. And then this is again our beautiful view as you take a shower. That's what you get to see. So I don't have all the stickers down yet, but the painting outside is coming along nicely. And this is obviously very pretty. So very excited to have all of this put in place. Eventually we'll get the deck redone. Looks like we need to put the trash away. And again, waiting on mirror on that wall. Waiting on trim out of this door. Waiting on mirror, and I think Heather's ordering fixtures, sconces for there. Door is coming with the trim for that. Same thing here, new door. Our nice closet here. We actually have the TP holder up. So I've got our door here that's actually installed, our nice Panda baseboards in, and of course this beautiful view from as you come into the master bath. So okay, Heather says hi.
Should have the lights.
Yeah, so these are our bedside lights, which are quite fun. So as you can see,
Used for reading.
these are our reading lights. So, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? So,
Concealed.
yeah.
We'll eventually have hanging pendants and nice little nightstands, but because ours don't fit because they're too big.
So, as I mentioned, the master bedroom is actually smaller than our old one in a lot of ways. One of them being that the wall-to-wall space here is kind of tight.
20 inches, 21 inches.
21 inches on either side.
21
So
inches.
versus, I think before we had like 4 feet
Yeah.
on either side. But we're not up against a window, which is nice. And we do have a beautiful view out to our lanai, which is nice. And again, when we
Patio furniture looks great out there.
patio furniture looks great. Again, we haven't actually gone out there yet.
Yeah, we have 2 times.
Not the real. Oh, you have. Heather's used it. I haven't used it as much. Once we get the plastic down, we'll have again lovely views. But plastic is almost completely down, so a little view of our neighbor's garage, but mostly a view of all this beautiful landscaping we've got, and some of the new landscaping that Heather has been working with Clint to get put in, which is very exciting and very nice. Our grass is not so happy. It was happier 2 weeks ago.
Well, the painters got here.
Before the painters got here. So as you can see the trail that they've blazed through this. So, but I also wonder if it's not getting watered properly or what have you. We got our TV up, so I'm pretty excited about that. Since this is our big TV room, frankly. And as you can see, again, just kind of waiting to unpack as we get stuff done and we can unpack. So that is pretty much the tour. So happy Father's Day, and
We'll chat.